Greetings and welcome. My hope is that you are doing well. This is going to be a different type of message because, to be honest, this is being prompted by a conversation I had with myself today at the end of work when I was seeking to shift my energy because of the lull in the state that I was in. And this is going to come in complete transparency of where I am. And again, my channel is different. We are using my life experiences, or I am choosing to share my life experiences. And it's brutal honesty as a means and a way and a method and a format for you to have a launching pad you can prepare, find points of similarity to analyze how to be best moving forward. Okay? So, here's the truth. I have shared with many of you on the channel before that I'm coming out of, or I have been divorced. Relationship officially ended in 2023, and in the state that I live in, you must live separate for 1 complete year in order for the divorce to be final. Technically, a year and a day. And 2024, everything, of course, official. And it is now 2025. Entered that relationship, not the marriage, but the relationship in 2014. So you can do the math there. And since separating and with the divorce being final, I found myself in this conundrum where all of the men, the only types of men who have expressed an interest in me, who have come towards me, are either men who are married or are in a relationship. And that's a non-starter. And this gets discovered while having the very first get to know each other conversation. It comes out normally somewhere towards the end. I'll have an inclination to ask, and therein lies the truth. And so today that happened again. Collective, my family, my wonderful, beloved, whatever you want to call yourself. I'll find a name for you that is my own. But there was a coworker, so I've shared with many of you that I am currently a teacher. I have been a teacher since 2014. And my ex-husband is a teacher. And there have been many in my place of work, at the school where I teach, who have expressed an interest, and all of them I have said no to. There was one particular person in the very beginning who extended a very warm, kind, was received well, super shocking, flattering. You can even probably hear it from the smile relayed on my face through my tone. One person, however, who I thought, not my type, but I'm not looking for the old type, if that is what mental conditioning has caused me to think is my type. So if it could be anyone to, start having a conversation with, launching pad, we'll see where it goes this person is what I thought would be it. And not in my same subject department, of course, but I rejected the offering that was given. Stated simply that I thought it would be best if we kept professional and personal and not blur those lines. And the person I perceived took it very well. And here we are this school year. And I don't know, something has allowed me to feel more comfortable with this person. Of course, only having professional conversations. And today was the first time, and we had scheduled this conversation, due to some things I have on my classroom door that intrigued this person. They wanted to ask me about it. Like, why does a person who looks like you have this on your classroom door? And so, with today being a teacher work day, the person came by and we had the most great, phenomenal, like, if you can see me pulling my face down, like, oh my gosh, this is great. Like, taking it slow, wow, intellectual for me. Like, it starts with the mind, it starts with being able to cultivate a comfortability of having a conversation where multiple opinions are being shared from both parties, expounding upon loosening the reins on rigidity of just this or that way of saying anything. Like, I don't want to say both playing devil's advocate, but just really tantalizing conversations on a myriad of wide variety topics. It was just euphorically, mentally sexualizingly, and nothing sexual at all whatsoever, by the way, but just it was there. It was great. It was glistening. And he indicated at first that, I'm really feeling you, I'm really digging you, like, and I had of course already known this from before, the token that was extended at the end of last school year, and I did not comment, respond to it at all, just kept going with the conversation. However, towards the end, I did acknowledge that, yeah, with more conversation, with more confirming that we're at least in the same type of book in this place in life. Same chapter, same page in that chapter, same line on that page, maybe even possibly the same word, same letter in the same word. Like, as long as we're in enough of the alignment area, then hey, who knows? I'm willing to open myself up to it. Now I'm comfortable with it. But I've always had an assumption about this person, and I don't know why, that they were single. And today, for the very first time, at the end of the conversation, I noticed a ring on this person's left hand. They sat back in their chair, put their hands on their head, and I don't know how, but I caught it for the first time ever. And I saw it and I told myself, of course, possibly not. For some reason, I had assumed this person was a widower. That's the honest truth. And I asked. I think we only had 5 minutes left, and then I needed to go take care of a task, a prior commitment. And the other person knew this, like, we were about to leave my classroom at this particular time, wrap up the conversation. And I asked, I specifically stated, I noticed a ring on your left hand. Could you please tell me the information behind that? And they dance around giving me a direct answer. And with my face clearly indicating you're dancing around it, which confirms for me what I did not assume, but now can assume is the truth behind the fact that you have a wedding ring on your left hand, because you are still very much so married. And it even came out of his mouth at some point towards the end of him wrapping up his statement, what, did you think I was a widower? And I said, yes. I don't know why I've always thought you were a widower. Even how he started talking about it, it made it seem as if he was about to state that he was a widower. So with all that said, in the first 10 minutes of this video, here's what I'm getting at. What part of me is aligned with, is attracting this type of energy? And maybe some of you can resonate with this, but I gotta know the answer. I gotta know. So I pulled out a whole completely different deck of cards that we're gonna get all up in my energy and figure out what it is. Is it a cord cutting ritual that I need to take part in? I've only ever done one of those. And wow, how great and profound it was, but not knowing then what I know now, that the other energies feel it, and boy, do they come back with like those talon claw looking images around Halloween time, coming through the shadows, trying to, reel you back in. Like, whoa, did that happen? And I should have did another one afterwards just to resever those ties, but I didn't. confirmation here that I need to do it again. But what is it about my energy as I'm slowly coming out of hermit mode, opening up my energy to having just conversations with people, that it seems to consistently be in the first conversation of getting to know another person, it will come out that there was another, and my automatic policy is no. There's no more communication with that person at that point thereafter, because I cannot allow the karma, the negative karma, to come to me as a result of being the woman who you are thinking about and speaking to in that way, coming and negatively impacting and getting me. Essentially, as some of you have heard, I refuse to put myself in the third party energy. As soon as I find that, that's it. Like, if it's a professional conversation that needs to be had face to face and not over email, then it's a professional conversation only that needs to be had, of course, in public, open door, other coworkers around setting. But I just want to know, because my top 3 core values, which this person asked me for today, are 1, loyalty, are 2, truthfulness, and 3, respect for my energy as an enigma in terms of me being a lifelong learner. And I will choose to apply, simplify, remix, add, subtract to my life as I so see fit, because one of the main constants in life is change. As a person who is a lifelong learner, I've got to have those 3 core things first. And if the loyalty is not there from the initial conversation of getting to know you, and I learn, when I have learned in these past interactions with all of these males, that I have allowed myself to even get to the point of an initial first conversation with. And in every scenario, there's something about my energy that attracts in an already married or currently in a relationship type of masculine. There's something going wrong with my energy that's bringing this in, or the environment where I'm at, which most of you know. I think I've said this many times before. I am so ready to move from where I am at. It is not even funny. But what is that? What is that a part of me? If that's not what I'm thinking, if that is not what I'm visualizing, if that's not what I'm speaking when I do my mantras, when I do my meditations, then why is this energy constantly coming at me? And so this all started this evening because while coming home, I thought and posed this question. I'm a hermit, literally have absolutely no one to talk to. Don't talk to family, don't talk to friends, by choice. Necessary karmic ties that needed to be severed and are. But sometimes while walking and talking, I will use ChatGPT. And so I posed this in short scenario to ChatGPT. I said, what is it? If these are the 3 things, because these are the 3 things that I value the most before I even get into anything physical, that for me, it's mental chemistry first. What is it that I am resonating at? Am I functioning in a law of attraction or in a law of resonance type of mode? And there are some great and amazing, profound things that ChatGPT shared with me that I do want to share with you all. But it's something that I think we all need to get a good, firm grasp on, which is you are either in a law of attraction zone as it pertains to manifesting in your life. And that's all of us. While we're here in the Oracle Tarot community, is figuring out what is about to be manifesting in our life. And the tarot cards are powerful. Oracle cards are super powerful as well. And you're either doing it from a law of attraction state, which this train of thought is desire, want. I want these things in a partner, and so I'm going to bring in that which I most think about, that I write about, that I speak about, that I desire. I am energetically pulling in my desires. That's the law of attraction route. It's super easy, in my opinion, and to be brutally honest, it's the lazy route, because it is simply so much want. But what it also implies with the state of want is the lack that there is in. Then there's another one, which I have just newly been introduced to on my walk, which is the law of resonance. Now, this is the harder one. This is the one that I think those of us who are on that next tier, that next level of manifestation are at, which is the hardest one. And sometimes when that when that self-discipline is lacking, this is the one that hurts the gut, the ego, the modality of movement forward the most, because law of resonance simply states, I am that which I am attracting in. I am at that level of health consciousness, spiritual truth, that level of financial fiscal security, that level of aesthetic outward beauty or maintenance. I am with health-wise choices and spiritually on the level of that which I am attracting in. And simply by being this vibrational tone, frequency emitting from my body, what is like comes in. So again, law of attraction, opposites attract, that which I desire. If I am short, I want someone taller. That is attraction, bringing in the desires simply from a constant state of vibrational, energetic desire, visualization, feeling for it. The other more difficult is I am that which will come in. Thus, I must most consistently resonate at that which is in my energy. And it, however long or short amount of time, manifests due to me being at that vibrational tone and level. And this is the camp that I'm in, law of resonance, and letting go of this law of attraction to me, because it feels like a waste of time. So let's just tap into some cards here, okay? Let's look at this Embracing Fate deck, okay? And see where I am at, see where maybe some of you are at in the energy. I'm curious. I want to know. Honestly, I came home thinking like, ooh, I can get me a full 8 hours of sleep. This is going to be so good. Bed early, tidy up. But no, something said, you're going to do this. It doesn't matter. Go be on Vulnerability Street. You never know who this could help now or help later on. Okay? So here we go. I'm shuffling. And one more. Okay? Let's see. What cards would like to come out to reveal where my energy is at? Help give me clarity on this. Am I in the right direction? Are we in the right direction with our questioning, with me using myself and the vulnerability of just free thinking and speaking? Help bring me and the collective clarity. Take what resonates, leave what does not, okay? Here we go. What is in the energy? What needs to come out for me or for the collective to see? What is, I caught it, it's okay. What is in the energy? What is in the energy for me or for the collective? I caught it. So I'm going to put it back. What is in the energy? Okay. Thank you for being honest. All right, so we have here, I think that was here, and then here we go. So, I think the first one that came out was this card, Dream Big. I am definitely dreaming big. So my eye is on the target. Maybe some of you also have an eye on a target. Here's a Can We Talk confession. So yes, I'm confessing how I truly feel, what's in my energy. A lot of blue and gold here, blue and gold. I resonate with a lot of blue. I love how masculine energy that I draw in to me is gold, and I also love gold. And here we are. You're the peanut butter to my jelly. I love this. So definitely partnership is in my energy. Maybe partnership is some of your other energy that you share as well. And then we have here, three's a crowd. Okay? Three's a crowd. So partnership, community, toxic, and forward-moving current direction. I see specifically this for me, and take it, remix it how it is for you. But currently I'm in this place where you're the peanut butter to my jelly. I said jelly, like almost jealousy and jelly. And with the D, I wonder where the D came from. Dilapidated, dosing, I don't know. But you're the peanut butter to my jelly. So someone else is my peanut butter, what I know I'm bringing in, what I know I am. I am someone's peanut butter. I am someone's jelly. They are my peanut butter. They are my jelly. Compliments, not the same, complementary. That's what I value. Similar where need to be, but still enough room for ebb and flow of growth on everything. Can we talk? Whoever is my true resonating masculine, yes, we can talk, is what I'm saying. Some of you are even saying this to the universe, to the multiverse. Yes, we can talk. I want to confess how I feel. I don't like this energy that is outwardly being reflected to be resonating with me, because people who are already married are coming and talking to me. And I'm finding myself attracted to these people and cutting it off as soon as I learn this, because I don't want that negative karma in my energy. So whoever you are that is for me, please come in, because yes, we can talk. Let's start how I've started all things, just talking. Nothing physical, talking. And dream big. Yes, I'm dreaming big. I'm looking up at the stars of love, start gazing, and I'm wondering where you are. Are you looking at them too? You might not be in the same time zone, but my goodness. And 3's a crowd. So there's something else. There's someone else in my energy. Coming back to this whole cord cutting. What is this in my energy? Okay, so I'm coming to this now Mystic Manifesting Oracle deck, and I want to know. I gotta know. I need to know. What is this manifesting in my energy? What is this in my energy? What is this in your energy? Let's just get some cards, okay? And I'm going to run through as many of these decks as I can. And let's just get some truth. So what's manifesting here on this deck? Okay, what's manifesting here on the table? Do you have anything you want to say about this manifesting deck? No? Okay. I'm not going to beg. So I, as a sacred creator, I want to know what type of foundation, what type of future. No, let's stick in the present. Stay in the present. Where am I as a creator? How can the collective learn from where I am right now in my creating journey? My questions I have for myself, my vulnerability, this naked truth, the I of myself. Where is the energy of manifesting and being in this state of appreciating and valuing with patience for the now? Okay? Where am I as a sacred creator? A lot of cards. Where am I as a sacred creator? I caught that. Where am I as sacred creator? Okay. So, parallel. The sacred flow of yes, 30. So I am in my flow of yes. I'm in the right place asking these questions. Over here we have, in the reverse, the spark of hustle. So I don't have the spark of hustle. Hustle to be in this crowd, to be like others on the dating scene. I don't believe in online dating, not on any apps. So whoever it is, we are going to have to meet in person, however it is. Get back to elemental 48. So get back, not getting back to the elements. I'm not in the water, in the fire, in the earth elements like I once was. That is true. I have let go of those practices, not by choice, but due to time management, and moved beyond intention to belief. 5. I am not in the state of intention. I don't see value. I just said law of attraction, law of resonance. I don't see the value in having an intention for what I would like to see. I am believing that what is manifesting is that which I am. And so we also have moving forward, fearless expression 55. So we have another 5. 5, 5, 5. Yes, I am here fearlessly expressing myself. I almost thought about showing my face for the first time, but I don't think I'm quite ready for that yet. All right, we have here also in a slightly downward position. You are epic. 4. So I am epic, especially with this dreaming big. Maybe with the downward, and presently I'm not feeling so epic. It says stop, drop, and ground 31. And 3 plus 1 is 4. So we have 4 and the 31, 4. So yes, time for me to ground myself. Again, get back out in nature. Many of you know I've shared this before. I don't have a car. That was something that was taken from me at the end of the divorce. Long story, might get into the whole getting it off my chest, therapeutic expressions on life lessons learned from my past relationship. But I feel as if there's a lot of walking outside. Now, is that the grounding that I used to take part in, actually putting my feet on the soil, on the ground? No. But I am in nature a lot. Maybe some of you can, I was going to say provide clarity for that, but I don't provide information to contact me, depending on which channel I decide to post this on. Your past supports your future, 11. So my past supports my future. My past experiences, the past knowledge gained is supporting my future. I know what not to do. I know not to put myself in Jezebel, being willing to be the other woman to a man's desires while he's at home with his wife. I know not to put myself in that energy because karma is real. She is either your best friend or the best bitch. And she lives on Intuition Street. And when your intuition says no, you say no. When it says go, you say okay and go. And karma is telling me you do not entertain the realm of being someone that even a man feels comfortably flirting with in conversation, because you're going to attract that energy in, and your man, your partner, is going to be in that energy with another woman, so you can have the just do whether you know it or not coming back to you because you dished that shit out. I'm not in that energy. Not anymore. I'm not. Let's be honest. Balance 14. So we've got a lot of 4 out here, a lot of 1s and 4s. So yes, I'm in this moving forward, balancing myself energy, accept and receive 24. So we have another 4. Yes, I am accepting myself. And by accepting who I am and this need for deep contemplation, I am opening up to the receiving energy, which, let's be honest, and I'm just being honest with myself, I have a need to know what it is like to receive, as being trained and reared and geared to be a giver, and that's all I know and knew to be. I wonder what it feels like to receive, even if it's, I just need to leave it at that. I don't need to expound upon it, but a lot of 4s are out here right now. The 4 from the 48, the 04 from Epic, the 3 plus 1, 4 from Stop and Ground, the 4 from the 24 of Accept and Receive, and the 4 from 14. There's also a lot of 1 energy out here, the 1 from 14, the 1 from 31, the 11 from your past supports your future, the 1 from the 17. Okay. We also have celebrate your wins. So another 4, 49. So I'm here celebrating my wins. I know this. Welcome the Divine Masculine 19. So yes, Divine Masculine, who you are, I welcome you in my life, and let's take it however slow or fast that we need to. Change maker, make waves, 45, another 4 and another 5. Yes, which is 9. I love the number 9. I am September, early September Virgo. Integrate your knowing, 9. Wow, look at that. 09. So I'm integrating my knowing and moving forward and operating in this energy. Then we have the 16 here, light in the unexpected. So there's some light coming in unexpected ways by me consistently denying this energy that has been coming at me. And I added it today when I got in that lull, that darkness place. There has specifically been 6 masculines that have approached me post separation and my divorce. Well, I should say separation, not necessarily divorce, because some of them pursued me in that year of separation. What's your honest truth? The 22 card. So my honest truth, it's a non-continuer. It's a no. You're married, you're in a relationship, you're talking to someone, you have a side piece, a work wife. No, no. I value loyalty above all else. And number two, after that, is the truth. And number three is respecting me as an enigma and knowing that I'm a lifelong learner. Four, after that, is when you get into the physical attraction. So we got a lot of mental, intellectual, emotional to get through first. All that psychological before we can get anywhere physical. Raw intention, 22. Yeah, so building on this too. What's your honest truth is raw intention. The raw intention is I'm putting out that which I'm knowing is coming back to me. Someone who puts loyalty number one above everything in every way. More information than less information. We're talking about expounding upon the truth. No omission of the truth by secrecy committed, by lack of information, divulging who was actually there, what was actually said, perceived others' intentions. No such thing as lack of men having, my partner having emotional intelligence. You are just as, if not more, emotionally intelligent, and I depend on and respect that. For some reason I want to say deplete that. So like use it up to the degree where, like, what more emotional intelligence is there? And then finally we have the 43, inflow with money. Yeah, I like that. Wow, nice turn of events, surprise. So many fours. Twos came out here on the table, and fives. This is where we are with this energy, okay? So let's look at this Threads of Karma Oracle deck. And I do read differently. We're just going to get all of the energy, okay, that's coming out, and seeing how it lines up. We're seeing how all of it lines up. So we've got a bit of a story here. I'm going to shift the story because the present energy is saying 4 things. It's saying 4 things. And in the end, like it does now, what's being said, the message that we are wonderfully going to be able to glean. So these reversals coming up under this 3 is a crowd. All 3 of the reversals. Oh yeah. All right, here we go. So we have a chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, and chapter 4. All right. So what are the threads of karma that are playing out right now? What are these threads of karma? So after that conversation, and I had to go to another work engagement, I sent that person an email just to make sure I was clear in case my kindness did not convey the gravity to which it is over in terms of having any type of conversation. And that means along those lines, okay? So let's see what these threads of karma are saying. Ooh, please tell me the truth. Hurt feelings if you need to. Use me as an example for the collective, okay? What needs to, could, should come out for me that would be helpful for any aspect of the collective that is resonating with, would like to use this as an opportunity to reflect. Thank you so much. What would you like to say from this Threads of Karma deck? All right, one message, and from our chapter 1 to chapter 2 of the present energy, we have moving forward. Choose wisely. Choose wisely. It says every choice matters. Choose with intention, and your future will align with your soul's purpose. Ain't that about a daggone confirmation of the Ooh, Tarot's amazing. Oracles are amazing. That's just so much confirmation of the exact energy that I am in. I am choosing wisely in the small steps, in the big steps. I know, I feel every choice matters now and always. I'm having no repeats of past bloodline, lifetime, karmic nuances learned even just visually, energetically, from masculine and feminine family members, friends, and community. Like, I'm taking none of those pieces that I have picked up that are integral to where I was into my future. That means being paused enough, slow enough in the now to make sure every choice I make, from my thinking to my feeling to my desiring, lusting, all of that, it matters. And I'm choosing with intention who I'm going to put my thoughts on, my feelings on, my energy on, and putting all that on me, okay? Giving it all back to me in self love, so that my future aligns with my soul's purpose. My future partner resonates, and not even future, current, because we're already here. But, and not but, to not negate everything I've said, my purpose now, putting this in present tense and not future, I am choosing wisely now. Every choice matters now. I choose with intention now for my now to stay constantly in alignment with my soul's highest, best, good, will, and way purpose. And I'm a part of the manifesting, the resonating at this energy and frequency so that others and all can catch on too. And just by my light, my example, being an integral part of the consistency of this needing to be and is being the new narrative for the collective, for the resonance of life forms on earth in this timeline, like I'm doing that too. I'm doing that, baby. That is all me. So let's tap in with these Intuitive Whispers Oracle. Let's see what the whispers are, because that was loud and clear. But maybe there's some lessons that are whispering in the background for me that I have not been paying attention to. And maybe you could benefit from learning what the cards and the energies are telling me. So yeah, in between my confession and in between being somebody's peanut butter and them being my jelly and vice versa, in order to move forward from a peanut butter and jelly relationship space, it's got to be the choosing wisely. And that carries over into the talk, the conversation. So I also just read it as noticing how outwardly I seem to be somebody's peanut butter and they're my jelly, or vice versa. And then we talk and I'm dreaming big about it, and then realizing that they're trying to put me in a third party three's crowd position. I ain't resonating. I'm not having it. All right, so what energy do you want to come out, if any at all, from this Intuitive Whispers Oracle? Thank you. Is there anything you want to say? Okay, anything you want to speak to in any one or two or three or four particular areas? Thank you so much. So we've got a story here on our 4 chapters. Chapter 1 right now says, 26, trust yourself. Yes, I do. If I trust anybody, and the only person I trust right now in my life is me. Everybody else has been cut off. Why? I'm pretty sure this is going to be confirmation. 39, vulnerability is power. Whew! This is not the one I was looking for, but if anything, I know that being vulnerable is powerful. This is actually my why. And I'm choosing very wisely who to be vulnerable with. Confirmation. Because we have the 19 here. There's a 9. We have the 9 and the 39. Vulnerability is power. The 4 plus 5, 9. And this integrate your knowing, 9. So I'm going to read these 9s out, okay? And let's see if we have a story here ending with this one, because I think there's going to be a message. The first one, 1-9. Welcome the divine masculine. 19. You change maker, make waves. 45. Because you are here to integrate your knowing. 09. which is that vulnerability is power. Did you catch that? And it starts with me trusting myself. And the more I trust myself, the more I am choosing in what spaces and in what places and with whom to be vulnerable, because in those vulnerable states is when the most power in me comes out. We have here in the upright moving forward on chapter 2, 1, slow down. So though it's exciting to engage in these conversations, to get to know, 1, it's time to slow it down, because though there seems to be this little mini or deep depression I enter into, like, damn, there goes another one. A coulda, shoulda, woulda, no, past lifetime, another lifetime, no. Don't even want to put that energy out there anymore, because with this 1 energy right here, what I'm sensing is, and there were some 2s over here too, that from this 26, 3 2s. So let me backtrack really quick. Might seem all over the place, but if you're tracking with me, you're tracking with me. The 26 right here of trust yourself comes along with, let's see if there's a 2 up under it. No. 26, trust yourself. 20, what's your honest truth? 22 is raw intention. So I'm here in my first chapter of life right now, where my focus is on trusting myself, so that I can know what is the honest truth, what is my why for desiring being in union with self and with another. And from that answer to my honest truth, I express my raw intention, which is slow down, to not move so fast, looking at these 1s. And by slowing down, I am 1, 4, 14 in balance, which is most key for me. So me trusting myself, me being vulnerable, which is my power, and me slowing down to get to these realizations is where, right here on chapter 3, we have the 7 card, wise dominion of the solar plexus. What am I eating? What am I consuming? Solar plexus yellow. I'm looking here at this, you are epic. And I have had a lot of time focusing on my eating habits. That's something I'm constantly concentrating on, is what I'm eating, and looking at what I'm being offered by others to eat, whether intentionally or unintentionally, to throw off my, for some reason I was going to say culinary efforts, but my eating regimen. And then finally we have here the 16 release old pattern cards. Yes, exactly. Being in whatever this remnants of Jezebel energy is, poor eating lifestyle choices, just releasing those patterns of being in a threes of crowd, third party position, allowing people to put me in that third party position as a result of a lack of questioning and investigation. So I'm now looking at this. Cries of the soul. Lord knows my soul is crying, why me? Initially at the beginning, why am I being put in attentively this threes crowd energy? I'm dreaming big about who it could be, letting go, shattering expectations of a type, and check these boxes for a type of companion for me. And when I let all that go and let the guards down, why in the hell am I being constantly at this point in time in the past confronted with that type of energy? Because I'm not speaking and manifesting that in my future energy moving forward. So let's see what the cries of my soul really are. Maybe that we are all resonating at, okay, in these 4 chapters right now. What are the cries of the soul that I'm not admitting to myself? If you want to say anything to me from this day concerning cries of the soul, is my soul crying in a particular area, in a particular energetic, meaning type of way? All right, we've got 1 right here on chapter 1, and the cry is impatience. I am patient and I trust. 21. Okay? So my soul is crying, hey. It's funny, I was leaving the stairwell of the school today saying, oh my gosh, I'm patient. But yeah, goodness, I got to be careful saying that sometimes, because it really brings out the moments to test how true that statement is for you. And I'm just thinking to myself, wow, you're telling me my soul is crying how impatient I am. Yes, I want this other person to come in to at least have conversations. I mean, damn, I've been just starting everything off with conversations with everybody else. Why can't whoever this person is, for however much we are energetically in alignment, knowing that it's only going to grow more constant in the right, highest, best, good, will, and way direction? I'm just being told I gotta stop right there. Even that was a mouthful for even me to say. Just be patient, okay, and trust. Patient and trust. Does that mean I want to bring in more patience? No. That's putting myself in a waiting state. But I know right now, 21. Ooh, what just fell? Boundaries card fell. All right, let me pick this up. Boundaries card. And this card does not even belong to this deck. So that's interesting. Boundaries. I'm setting up some boundaries with my mind, with my energy. And I can only do this when I slow down. That's my confession. Not just with others, but with myself. Okay? So let's see what wants to come out here in this group energy for me, about me. What energy do I need to transmute? What energy, if anything, would you like to tell me to transmute? Thank you so much. What energy needs to be transmuted? What energy do you want me to transmute to show the collective that through my lifestyle choices and actions, hey, it's clear sign and message. So, boundaries. And we got it all right here on this Can We Talk, Confessions, and Dream Big. So, number one that pops out on top is the no. Can we talk? No. There's somebody in my energy, and I've been hearing this on a lot of tarot oracle reader channels, that wants to come in and talk to me, especially if it's a past person. And my answer is simply no. There's nothing that needs to be discussed to talk about. I walked away for a reason. The answer is no. I'm not interested in entertaining that conversation. Number 15, onion layers. Yes, I have acknowledged in a conversation with another person who is also married and a coworker who expressed an interest that yes, there are layers to me. These boundaries, these no's to, it's a non-starter, baby. You got somebody else at home in the sheets, in the dreams, thinking about you and wanting the best for you. You are not going to come over here and entertain any type of thoughts of an escapism with me. No, because she's going to know it came from another female's energy and your energy, and all that negative energy from her thoughts is coming towards me. And I've been through that and know the power of a female's negative thoughts towards you, even if you are doing nothing wrong. Damn sure ain't gonna intentionally put myself in that energy. Hell no. Then we have here windshield wipers. So actively wiping away things that are coming down to clutter. Again, I see this as the emotions. I'm transmuting my emotions, getting out of this emotional funk of the damn, not another one. Damn, I was hoping, I thought that maybe this one could be. Windshield wipers, clean that perspective, get back to seeing clearly, clear off this watery like cups and tarot, cups, emotions, water signs, Cancer, clear off these emotions, these raindrops. Get back to seeing clearly to move forward more efficiently. Like, I don't know why I'm talking like that, but it's like, this is the layer, peel it back. This is the windshield wiper, wipe it back. Like, keep things moving forward. And the answer to, are we stopping yet with peeling back the layers, is no. We got to keep on setting up these boundaries. How do we set up these boundaries? Figure out what the layers and the triggers are. How do we figure out what the layers and the triggers are? By constantly wiping out the things that are clouding our judgment. Because 42, snowball, it's only going to become a snowball effect. Things are going to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger as they roll downhill. And all things can do is roll downhill if this is not told no and caught early on. So what do we got to do? And I know this one's in my hand. I haven't even looked at it yet, to be honest, but this is what I'm about to say. What do we have to do? 19, set up a border. What does that coincide with? Right here, these daggone damn onion layers. Set up border patrol. On the radio. Question number one. Are you married? Are you in a relationship? Are you talking to somebody? You got somebody in your life that's like a work husband, work wife. How close are you with mom, sister, aunts, godmother? How often do y'all talk? Anything that could be a red flag, ask it. Whatever your red flag questions are, ask it on jump. Don't do like me. Learn this lesson from myself. Don't save that question for the end of the conversation. Put it at the front. Initial meeting. And from Jump Street on the radio, are you married? Do you have kids? How do you feel about long distance relationships? XYZ, 1, 2, 3, whatever those things are, ask it, do it. Don't pause on it, and don't worry about the answer being juxtaposed against how they look, how they smell, how they sound. Shit, leave that stuff alone, because the 39 blacksmith, what are we doing? My transmuting energy is forging from the heat of being in the kitchen of my own emotions, getting rid of that damn water and knowing it's a time and place for the water to be integral, and that is not it. It's a time to work with that metal making energy. I love it. Okay. We're about to close this reading out with a few more decks. I love these decks. Some call them the messy decks, but we got some answer oracles. I want to know about some characters. And then I purchased my first ever Kipper deck. So let's see what comes out, okay? So, let's get some answers. And these are all sorts of everywhere. The directions of these are forwards, backwards, and that's fine with me. I'm hearing one more time. So, from this answer oracle, what are some of the answers that you have for me? Or you might want to go ahead and pose a question in your mind. But I know I've got 4 things going on right now in my present energy. And a lot of it is overlapping in 2 particular areas, or 1 particular area, which is here. So what are some answers? Clarify this. Can we talk? Clarify this impatience. Clarify everything for me, please. What's in my energy? Clarify for me, please. Clarify for me, please. Let's get this all in. Use me. If you want to, use this deck. Clarify what is in my current present energy. What are some answers to some things? Thank you. Going on right now. All right, 1 card flew out. Ooh, take that back. It's not 1 card, several cards right here. And they're all and only on chapter 1. So let's see. Seed, nurture, great growth. I almost said great worth, potential, and possibility. So I am planting this seed. And interesting, on the side of the table of where law of attraction was explained. Planting the seed. What I am drawing in is this. Is someone who will nurture me like how I love to nurture. Someone great growth minded like I am a great growth minded person. Someone with potential as I am someone with potential. And someone who loves the possibility and works for it, as do I. Putting that right over there, and over that impatience. I'm patient. Let's get the seed started. Because what else is awesome about this first chapter, this beginning where I am at right now, is it's terrific. That's the other card that came out. Fantastic result. Only from being the jelly to somebody's peanut butter and vice versa. This greatness, this great moment, these great moments are here with me right now. This is my sacred flow. Choosing wisely is terrific for me, and I love it, and I'm patiently working my way through it. Being vulnerable with myself, because another card we have out here, and the last one, is cooperation, acceptance, listening, teamwork, and win-win. Oh, I love this for me. All right, so let's see what characters are in my energy, or what character is my current energy. Okay. Let's see what you want to tell me about this character energy. Is there a particular character or characters in my energy, or that my energy is resonating at? Okay, exciting. So it started off a little, for the sake of time, I don't think we're going to get to what I got from ChatGPT, but here we go. I'm excited. I love this. It feels much better. What character or characters, let's start over with the question, what character or characters is my energy, or are the energies around me? What is the character? What characters would you like to, have come out? Okay. Is that an accident? What character or characters would you like to come out and talk about in this reading? Okay. So this is what we have. We have the butcher. All right. Ruthless, cruelty, slaughter. So butchering people's feelings is what I'm hearing if I'm making this resonate for me. I don't care about you feeling certain. No is the answer. And no is covered up right here by snowball. No, I'm not going to have no snowball effect of no past life, past energy, karma. Nope. Setting up them boundaries. Nope, nope, nope. Butchering your feelings. Why? Because I am the chef. I am the culinary maestro, cooking it up, culinary artistry, seasoning well, being extremely proficient with this season of my life and how I'm seasoning it. Though I right now am in this Border Patrol employee type of energy, where I'm a worker and giving a service and would love to be in the consultation industry and being a consultant. As an employee at the border, my answer is, who are you trying to consult? Who are you trying to work for? What team are you on? Okay, so that's the service you want to provide. Your services are not being loyal, not being a loyal employee to your marriage, to your union. Yeah, no, the chef is saying you ain't proficient. Out the kitchen. Because I am a challenger. Some of you are in your challenger energy. Seeker of adventures, yes. Love it, on it. Courageous, yes. Challenge, love it. Goal, setting it, accomplish it now. Yes. What's in the reverse is this soldier energy, okay? In the reverse, I'm going to flip it over to read it. We have the guardian of nations. So someone is not guarding nations, or I'm not guarding other people's nation. I am, I don't think I want to read this. I'm actually feeling this more so as this is my ex, who was a former soldier in one of the branches of the military. I'm not going to say which one. So I feel like this no, and the fact that it came out up here in snowball, this is what I'm not bringing in. That's how I'm reading this, because I don't resonate as a soldier. Not bringing in someone who feels like a guardian of nations, other people. And for some reason, I'm thinking about the nations of other wombs, sowing seeds everywhere. Not bringing in a person who is not loyal, but loyal to whatever their cause is. Someone who's not honorable, doesn't have integrity, isn't selfless in their service. Not bringing in this energy. The answer is no. What I am bringing in, I love that this is the last card for this set of cards that came out. It's crazy. Yeah, what am I in? I'm bringing in my lover. The person who loves love, who is romantic. And I would prefer to use the word over romance and its connection with Rome. Someone who is affectionate, believes in reproduction and infinity. Yes, that is all me. I'm putting this up here with the dream big. Yeah, baby. So let's get some revealing the truth oracle, because reveal the truth to me about these characters who have come out. You know what I'm saying? Like, just tell me once and for all, whatever it is. It don't have to be only and exclusively about these characters. What's the truth? What's the tea? What's the truth? Okay, let's get it. Let's get it. All right, what is it? What is the truth? What is the truth? What is the truth? Truth. What is the truth? 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 Truth. What is the truth? I don't know where that little Where is the truth song came from, but here we go. What came over here is change in the reverse on top of release old pattern. So what is it? What's hard for me? Butterfly in reverse, transformation, being a newborn, going through this evolution seems to be hard. Interestingly, saw a dead butterfly today. Love butterflies. I've almost always resonated with butterfly metamorphosis energy. But when I saw that dead butterfly, and I got to remember where I was. I think I was walking through a doorway, and I actually saw it as like a good omen. Like this level of transformation and change is over with. You're done with needing to be here on this level. Because later on, while I was at the work function, there was another creature that came up and flew right beside me. All right, we have here talent, born with features and personality. I think this was a little bit in the reverse right here. So yes, have mentioned before, either on this channel or my other one, suffer from seeing myself as others see me in terms of being talented. How? Not seeing it, or I don't know how to even articulate that. But yeah, this makes sense that it's in the reverse. And it's also on top of this, peeling back the layers. So figuring out what my talents are that I was born with, my features, what is my personality, what are those layers of me? Yeah, I'm in this season to figure that out. And what is in the upright, letting go, surrender, open up, give up, and release. More confirmation here along the lines of this talent and onions layers part. So I am in this season to let go, surrender those mindsets. Talk to me, even simply by observing the patterns of thinking and believing and speaking in the environment around me. I'm here to open myself up to me, be vulnerable with myself and with this other, okay? And to give up these old ties and to release them so that I can and I am challenging everything, because where I am right now is in this constant energy of being suspicious of everything coming at me. I'm vigilant toward in this level of suspicion. As a result, I have often been told in the past that I'm very hostile, and jealous is the last word on here. Jealous how? Like, I'm thinking, I'm not jealous of other people and what they have, but like suspicion. Others being suspicious or jealous of me being in this season? I'm not sure. That's interesting. All right, let's do some, I don't know why I feel like I'm taking it to the end, but like, let's figure out what the roles are. Are there any roles that you would like to speak to? Tell me about. What are some of the roles? What is going on? All these cards. Like, I got a lot of roles to tell you about is what I heard. I got a lot of roles I need to tell you about that are coming in and that are. So right here on chapter 1, as I'm calling it, first roll up, survivor role. Definitely me coming out of this survivor energy. Sunflower and all this chaos, which is being resilient, having resilience, adaptability, and lucky. Yes, me. These middle 2 overlaying chapters we have here. What are the roles? For some reason, I'm thinking of going all the way to the bottom. Ooh, I didn't see this one here. And it is a bit, we have the champion, victory, winner, conquer, exemplar. And this was in the reverse. So on top of challenger, we have champion. So am I a challenger or a champion? Right now, I'm challenging things, not so much championing. And we have here in the upright, because I am dealing with my shadow. Yes, this Jezebel energy that is linking up with me or lingering around me in terms of married individuals being attracted to me. Looking at the other side, I'm not interested in the other side of being that third party woman, coexisting with somebody else on the offside. No, I'm not interested in this, but I am confronting this directly and being honest about it, because the energy I am in due to my choices is more saint-like. I do agree with this, believing that I am to be whole and virtuous and devoted to knowing the miracle of this union that is coming in, juxtaposed up against this ghost in the upright, these spirits, these apparitions, this haunting, this paranormal of this energy on me that is not letting go, and it's evident by what is being attracted to me and coming in. Because what is this last phase is this primitive human, this ancient, primordial, rustic, instinctual knowing that I am in my fairy energy, this enchantment, working with the right spirits, my magic and my glitter, to acknowledge who these invaders are. These intruders, conquerors, aggressors, occupiers, these marauders, who want me in this work with them 3 as a crowd energy. I'm feeling like I need to go ahead and tap out of this. But I do want to get, I'm hearing, we've already gotten one from this. So higher self and higher self oracle, which is where this boundaries card came from, is telling me again, my higher self knows to set up and maintain these boundaries. All right, let's get, as I said, Kipper now and close it out. Okay, close out with the Kipper. So I hope you like this. This is just me being me. This is how I do my things. It's a lot out here, yes, but this is my energy. It's a lot right now. Some of you are like this, like, oh, I got so much going on in so many different areas. Yeah, we do, because we're trying to work on our eating and our thinking and our meditating and our keeping our house clean and our balancing our schedules. And some of us, our friendships and relationships. Me, I've cut all that other, the friendship relationship part, I cut it out. It's only work relationships for me. And my relationship with my 4-legged humanimal. Okay? All right, let's wrap this up. Kipper, what are the closing energies for me that you want to relate to me? Hey, baby girl. What are the closing energies, all right? What are the last couple things you want to say to me? Say to collective so we can conclude comprehending this energy and how much you have revealed so much to me. I'm so thankful and openly sharing. All right, here we go. What do you want to say from the Kipper? Thank you so much. What do you want to say from the Kipper? Is there anything you want to say? Ooh, finger got caught. Anything you want to say from the Kipper? I'm hearing do that again, okay? Here we go. What do you want to say from the Kipper? Thank you. Any final closing messages you want to say from the Kipper? I greatly appreciate it. All right. Thank you so much for everything you've chosen to say. So we have coming out here, over here, we have 36, hope, great water. So yes, I am hopeful. Beautiful view. I love it. Red, great water. And then in the reverse, we have here fatality. Oh my goodness. So maybe it's the opposite of being a survivor. I have survived. And this green energy here, I have survived life, green, fertility. I'm so thankful for this. Still want my opportunity to cultivate and create family, if you understand what I mean by saying this, okay? And we have here in the middle, this 31, short illness. So potentially someone in my energy is ill or wants me to be ill because the feminine in this image is ill. And I've definitely had people speak this over me, like, girl, you're doing so much, moving so much. Your legs is your form of transportation. You better slow your roll, take some time off, take care of your body, which is why even tonight I was so looking forward to getting in bed early, because it's like, yeah, I get to give my body some much needed rest that it needs. Considering everywhere I go, it's to and fro unless I have to get like an Uber or a Lyft. But also in the present energy, there's a 13 wrench gent. And I think it's interesting that we have 31 and then 13. So 3113, a short illness maybe that I have, not speaking this over me at all. And afterwards, this encounter with this rich gentleman. 16, his thoughts. So after this encounter, what he's thinking about me quite a lot. And then 28, and then he, with this green energy again, has this expectation. That's very interesting. I don't know what to say. I don't want us to be kicked off due to time, but I am going to close this out here. Thank you so much. Hope you learned something by me putting myself on Jump Street, and just as an example. So let's close out, and I pray and hope you have a great rest of your sun cycle. Peace, love, and blessings.